We've all stared at maps, right? You know, those colorful things that remind us geography class was a real thing. And if you've ever laid eyes on one, you've probably seen Monaco. Or rather, you've seen where it be. This tiny nation, nestled on the French Riviera, is a testament to the fact that size isn't everything. It's like that quiet kid in class who ends up being a tech billionaire. You just never know. Monaco, despite being smaller than Central Park in New York City, boasts a history as grand and dramatic as any sprawling empire. It's a place where ancient myths mingle with modern extravagance, where medieval intrigue meets 21st century glamour. Imagine a place where you can bump into royalty at the grocery store, then walk a few blocks to find a Roman ruin. That's Monaco in a nutshell. But before we dive into the champagne wishes and caviar dreams of modern Monaco, we need to rewind the clock. Way back. Buckle up, because we're going on a historical joyride through the ages, exploring the captivating story of this pint-sized powerhouse. Picture this, it's 600 BC. The world is a very different place. Your smartphone is a couple of millennia away, and the hot new trend is worshipping Zeus. It was during these ancient times that the first settlers, likely drawn by the Mediterranean sunshine and the promise of good seafood, decided to call Monaco home. Legend has it that the Phoenicians, those intrepid seafarers, were among the first to drop anchor in Monaco's natural harbor. They even brought along their favorite deity, Melkart, whose temple, according to lore, once stood where Monaco's opulent casino now glitters. Talk about a change in scenery. These early inhabitants weren't just sunbathers and seafood aficionados though. They left behind evidence of their presence in the form of pottery shards and ancient tools, clues that whisper tales of a time long gone. These remnants, like cosmic dust from exploding stars, are all that remain of those who first walked Monaco's rocky shores. From these humble beginnings, Monaco's story began to unfold. Little did they know, their little seaside settlement was destined for greatness, evolving from a quiet coastal outpost to a playground for the rich and famous. And it all started with a simple desire, a good view and a steady supply of fresh fish. Fast forward a few centuries and we find ourselves in the thick of the Middle Ages. This is where things get interesting, folks. Imagine a game of Risk, but with real castles and even higher stakes. That's medieval Europe for you. And Monaco, despite its size, was right in the middle of the action. Control of Monaco, with its strategic harbor, became a coveted prize for various powers. It was like trying to grab the best seat in a movie theater, except the theater was a rocky outcrop, and the seats were fortified castles. Everyone from the Genoese to the French wanted a piece of the action. Amidst this medieval Game of Thrones, the Grimaldi family emerged from the shadows. In a daring move straight out of a Hollywood action flick, they disguised themselves as monks and seized control of the fortress in 1297. It was a bold move and it paid off. This audacious act marked the beginning of the Grimaldi dynasty's reign, one that continues to this day. Talk about staying power. Section 4, the House of Grimaldi, from pirates to princes. Now let's talk about the Grimaldis. This wasn't your average family reunion, folks. These were folks who knew how to make an entrance and hold on to power. Over the centuries, they navigated the treacherous waters of European politics with the grace of a seasoned diplomat and the cunning of, well, let's just say they weren't afraid to play dirty when they had to. Through shrewd alliances and the occasional well-timed power move, the Grimaldis managed to secure Monaco's independence. They even earned themselves a fancy new title, Princes of Monaco. Not bad for a family that started by sneaking into a fortress dressed as monks. But the Grimaldis weren't just about political maneuvering. They were builders, patrons of the arts, and savvy businessmen. They transformed Monaco from a humble fortress town into a glittering destination, attracting artists, writers, and yes, even the occasional gambler. They recognized that a little bit of glamour goes a long way, a lesson many modern-day influencers could learn from. Section 5. A century of glamour, Belle Epoque, and beyond. As the 19th century rolled in, Monaco was ready for its close-up. The Belle Epoque, a period of artistic and cultural flourishing, swept through Europe, and Monaco, with its newfound glitz and glamour, became a magnet for the era's movers and shakers. Think of it as the original influencer hotspot. The iconic Monte Carlo casino, a masterpiece of architectural extravagance, opened its doors in 1863, forever changing the face of Monaco. Suddenly, this tiny principality was synonymous with high-stakes gambling, opulent parties, and a level of luxury previously unseen. It was like Vegas, but with better weather and a dress code. The 20th century brought its own share of challenges and triumphs. World wars tested Monaco's resilience, but the principality emerged stronger than ever. The reign of Prince Rainier III, and his marriage to American actress Grace Kelly, catapulted Monaco into the global spotlight, cementing its status as a playground for the rich and famous. It was a real-life fairy tale, except with more diamonds and less talking to woodland creatures. Section 6. Monaco today, where Ferraris outnumber parking spots. So here we are in the 21st century. Monaco is still as glamorous as ever, but it's also evolved into a hub of innovation, technology, and sustainability. It's a place where Formula One race cars zoom past centuries-old buildings, where Michelin-starred restaurants share the sidewalk with charming cafes. Walking through Monaco's streets today is like stepping into a postcard. Yachts bob gently in the harbor, their sleek lines mirroring the modern skyscrapers that dot the skyline. The air hums with the low rumble of sports cars, their drivers navigating the winding roads with the precision of a surgeon wielding a scalpel. But beneath the surface of glittering opulence lies a deep respect for history and tradition. Monaco, despite its modern amenities and cosmopolitan vibe, hasn't forgotten its roots. It's a place where ancient history and modern luxury coexist in perfect harmony, a testament to the enduring power of a small nation with a big personality. Section 7. The legacy of a principality's small nation, big impact. As we conclude our whirlwind tour through Monaco's history, one thing becomes abundantly clear. This tiny nation has always punched above its weight class. From its humble beginnings as a quiet coastal settlement to its current status as a global icon of luxury and innovation, Monaco proves that size isn't everything. Monaco's story is a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity, ambition, and a dash of good fortune. It's a place where history whispers from every corner, where the past and present collide in a dazzling display of opulence and grandeur. So the next time you find yourself staring at a map, take a moment to appreciate the small things. You never know what hidden stories and extraordinary legacies might be lurking beneath the surface. After all, if a tiny nation like Monaco can leave such a big mark on the world, anything is possible.